Saurabh Bhardwaj is also responding. Let's take a listen.
ये एक प्रिंसिपल है, बेल इज अ राइट, जेल इज एन एक्सेप्शन, यानी कि बेल देना किसी का भी हक है, उसको बेल मिलनी चाहिए। आप ऐसे नहीं कर सकते कि आपका मुकदमा शुरू नहीं हुआ और आपने किसी को जेल में डाल दिया। भाई मुकदमा पूरा कीजिए, किसी का गुनाह साबित कीजिए, कन्विक्ट कीजिए, 1 साल नहीं 5 साल की सजा दिलाइए, कोई मना नहीं कर रहा। मगर आपका मुकदमा ही शुरू नहीं हुआ, कोई गुनाह साबित नहीं हुआ, बिना साबित हुए आपने 17 महीने उनको जेल में रख लिया। अब मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ, अब वो अगर बेगुनाह साबित होंगे तो ये 17 महीने उनको कौन वापस करेगा? क्या ट्रायल कोर्ट वापस कर सकता है? क्या केंद्र सरकार मनीष सिसोदिया के 17 महीने उनके परिवार को वापस कर सकती है? नहीं कर सकती है। इसी बात को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अंकित किया और कहा कि ट्रायल कोर्ट्स और हाई कोर्ट बेल देने में जो हिचक रहे हैं ये गलत है। इसकी वजह से सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंदर बेल से संबंधित मामले बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऊपर लोड बढ़ रहा है। तो कई बातें उन्होंने कही और सबसे बड़ी और खुशी की बात यह है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कोई कंडीशन मनीष सिसोदिया जी के ऊपर नहीं लगाई, यानी कि वे अपना ऑफिस भी आके जो है दोबारा से ले सकते हैं, अपना काम कर सकते हैं, अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में जा सकते हैं। उनको मंडे और थर्सडे थाने में जाके अपनी बस एक हाजिरी लगानी है कि भाई मैं यहाँ दिल्ली में उपलब्ध हूँ।
जी अभी सर कब तक जेल से बाहर आ सकते हैं, आगे की क्या रणनीति रहने वाली है?
देखिए अब तो इससे कोई बहुत बड़ा फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आज शाम को आ जाएं, नहीं तो कल शाम को आ जाएं। हमने देखा है जेल प्रशासन अक्सर ये बदमाशी करता है कि उनको एक दिन और डिले करने में भी बहुत मजा आता है। तो अब देखते हैं कि जेल प्रशासन जो है वो क्या करना चाहता है, षड्यंत्र करना चाहता है या आसानी से जो है उनको छोड़ना चाहता है।
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
Alright, you heard there from Aam Aadmi Party leader and minister Saurabh Bhardwaj is talking about the fact that this gives an indication clearly that Sisodia stands vindicated, that this case has just got no basis. He's also spoken about the fact that there was no reason to keep him behind bars for 17 months at a go. Who is going to be returning the 17 months of his life to Manish Sisodia is the question that Saurabh Bhardwaj is asking. In fact, my colleagues continue to be with us, Shrishti, Amit and Kanu, and I'm also going to now go across to Aam Aadmi Party's Priyanka Kakkad, who's now joining us. Thank you for your time. How do you look at this development today? It's a big relief coming in for the Aam Aadmi Party with the former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi all set to walk out of jail. Priyanka Kakkad.
Good morning to everyone. We are extremely excited and happy and grateful to the Honorable Supreme Court. It is a great moment for us after 17 years of incarceration, where not a penny was recovered from any of our leaders. And in Manish Sisodia's case, the trial also hadn't begun. Can you imagine the travesty of justice, which even the Supreme Court noted today? Finally, after 17 months of incarceration, which the BJP is liable to answer, how will we fulfill these 17 lost months? The BJP has been constantly trying to malign us, has no evidence. This entire matter has been written in the BJP Karyalaya. I have no qualms saying that. And they must be held accountable for misusing the agencies, for amending the law to such an extent that you can keep an innocent person behind bars without a trial for 17 months. This is absolute travesty of justice, but we are very, very grateful to the Supreme Court that they have delivered justice today.
Yes, but the case, in fact, is going to continue. The trial is going to continue. It is relief given that now he is going to be out of jail because the court decided to do this and grant him that relief because the examination of over 400 witnesses remain. And that's the reason why the court said today that jail should be an exception and that bail really should be the rule.
Then I will have to take you back to the 30th October 2023 order where the witnesses also that were brought up against Manish Sisodia ji, the Supreme Court had very kindly noted in the order that there was no evidence linking them to such witnesses. Primarily, I recall Dinesh Arora. That had also been adjudicated. Be that as it may, they had made certain very unconstitutional amendments to the PMLA through the money bill route, which is, as we speak, ongoing in the Supreme Court as well, that the BJP could not have done that. The misuse of agencies is clearly for all to see. If Manish Sisodia had joined the BJP, his files would have probably been lost like Chhagan Bhujbal or Praful Patel or so many others that I recall.
Okay. You know, Priyanka Kakkar, how big an impetus does this development from today give to your campaign? Because elections in Delhi are just around the corner, just about 6 months from now.
Of course, it is a very big relief and it is a big worry for the BJP. I think they have exhausted the misuse of all agencies against us. The BJP should now at least focus on progressive politics, get away from the divisive agenda they play, focus on schools, focus on development work, focus on things which matter to the common man and not be so vindictive in its politics. But maybe it's too high an expectation of the BJP.
The BJP, in fact, when I did ask this question to the BJP, they have said that this does nothing to the Aam Aadmi Party campaign and that they are ready for elections in the national capital and that this time around they're confident of defeat for the Aam Aadmi Party, that the Aam Aadmi Party will be defeated is what they say.
Well, we have clearly seen that it's been around 34, 35 years that the people of Delhi have constantly rejected the divisive politics of the BJP and they've not been able to make any inroads, and that is not going to change. The people of Delhi prefer a pada likha sarkar who works on the muddas of the janta and not such divisive and hate-filled politics that BJP is synonymous with.
All right. Priyanka Kakkar, I'm going to thank you for joining in with your views on that big story that we are tracking. Undoubtedly a good day today for the Aam Aadmi Party workers and the cadre, with the leader, their leader, virtually number 2 in the party and at some point in time was number 2 in the government as well, getting relief from court today. Preeti also continues to be with us. Some more on that. Preeti, you were telling us earlier that the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, will be milking this development from today, and the India Alliance also expected to come together to, in fact, of course, hail the verdict of the Supreme Court and talk about how there has been continuous misuse of agencies is what the India bloc has been talking about.
Well, what we're getting to know right now is that, Sneha, number one, Sunita Kejriwal, Arvind Kejriwal's wife, has spoken to Seema Sisodia, the wife of Manish Sisodia, who's been ailing for a very long time now. And she, of course, has given a statement that she's very, very happy with the developments that have taken place. Why is it so important, Sneha, for the Aam Aadmi Party to have Manish Sisodia out at this juncture? Other than perception, other than just optics, it's a huge boost right now for the Aam Aadmi Party that has practically been, the back towards the wall. Number one, this is going to change a lot of things in terms of governance. Because Manish Sisodia was practically, if you remember, when he was the Deputy Chief Minister, he was running the government as a number 2. And Atishi Saurabh used to be working under him. For him to come back now, and the devil's in the details. If you heard Saurabh Bhardwaj, who made it very clear that अब इनको कौन रोकेगा आके अपना कार्यालय संभालने के लिए, because there is no stipulation on him to take charge. You could see Manish Sisodia back in governance in Delhi, and the Aam Aadmi Party is at least seeming right now to make those noises. Number 2, why is it really important that Manish Sisodia come out right now? It's a time where the Aam Aadmi Party is facing an acute leadership crisis. You have your top leader in the jail. You have, a perception problem where you're facing with the people. Number 3, you've had even your Rajya Sabha MPs who haven't really stood up for you like they would have. And to have Manish Sisodia right now, someone who was practically designated the number 2 by Arvind Kejriwal himself, will set the discipline of the party in order. And that's a huge morale booster for nobody else but also Arvind Kejriwal to have him there. Because for him now, the organization of the party, there was a huge abyss. Who was managing it? At one end, you had a Sanjay Singh who was trying to do his best, but now to have a Manish Sisodia, because nobody else but Manish Sisodia, if one can say, was designated as an official number 2 to Arvind Kejriwal. To have him now will help organize and discipline the party better, because many would have suggested that there was that the party's been going through a period of a leadership crisis, and Manish Sisodia will come and now immediately fill into that.
Okay.
And this will be a big one for Arvind Kejriwal, because he felt, even in jail, he's been feeling that a bit. He's been feeling that leadership crisis, so he comes and takes charge of the organization of the party. Number 3, Sneha, what's also essentially important, Manish Sisodia has great workings because he's an old hand of the Aam Aadmi Party. He knows the old workers, old cadres to troubleshoot, and his personality has been extremely benign and non-confrontational. Now, when you're moving into a Haryana election, when you're looking at Punjab and trying to figure out issues which have come in Punjab right now with the Aam Aadmi Party government, to have an Arvind Kejriwal at this point of time, when the party is facing an election on 90 seats in Haryana, to troubleshoot issues in Punjab will be essential. For now, the Aam Aadmi Party is viewing this as an elixir. What I can tell you, if you look at the kind of statements that the Aam Aadmi Party is making, and my sources tell me that they will be going into now a meeting, will Manish Sisodia come and take charge back of his portfolios, or even in what capacity he comes back in governance remains to be seen.
All right, Preeti, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting in those details and putting that story into perspective. Interesting days ahead as Manish Sisodia is all set to walk out a free man. The trial, remember, continues. In this case, the court essentially had said that there are many more witnesses who have to be examined in this matter, and that's the reason why this delay should not affect Sisodia adversely, and that he can, in fact, get that temporary relief, and that's the reason why he's been given bail today.